A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. And we are underway in Buffalo. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mayfield. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake, Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Mayfield off the play fake. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Mayfield on play action. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Now the Bills will take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and it's second down.
Every now and then, you have some volleyball training actually comes into play as a defender. When a ball's tipped in the air, nice play by the defense, got a hand on it, but when it's in the air, it's up for grabs. And too many times in this league, we've seen great plays happen for an offense as a result of a ball tipped in the air. So what you really want to do is be that guy who comes off the back line and spikes it, knocks it to the ground. Don't let them have that opportunity.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Thornton. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from the yard out, and the Bills have retaken the lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 68 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back, unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Mayfield dumps it off to Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. And now, before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Allen going to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Mixon with a first down carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Running left, it's Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll give it to Mixon. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Mixon. Truck, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And here's Jones again on second down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Grover Stewart able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On play action, Allen. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Grover Stewart able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's taken on the 25. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that's incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Third and long for Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now Allen. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Allen will try to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. First down, Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. To Mixon on the check down. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Let's go!
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Say.
Here's Allen. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series, but the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Check. 59.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He finds his man complete. It's Thornton. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And taken right on the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 118 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Mayfield on play action. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. A handoff running left, Mixon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Again, it's Mixon. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Allen now on 1st down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Allen. And this one incomplete.
Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
The Bills on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Allen to throw once more.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
158 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Second and 11.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Play fake. Mayfield. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield to throw it. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Second and goal from inside the 5. Mixon again. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Mayfield to throw. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down.
And Mayfield again with the interception. His 3rd.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Here's Jones. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
The kick by Bass is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.